to the Stock Car Spectacle. My name is Ian Jorts, and I'm here with my co-host.
I'm Nick Kinzel.
And we're here. We're just going to be talking about the All-Star race. We're going to be talking about the Coca-Cola 600, ARCA race that happened last night. We're going to be getting into the Boyer and Newman fight and their little fun time at Bass Pro.
Oh, yeah.
So let's get into it. So let's talk about your diecast.
All right, so this week for Diecast of the Week, it was one of my favorite Bane schemes in the Nationwide Series. It's a 2014 Advocare Ford Mustang. 2014, pretty good year for Bane in the Nationwide Series. 5 top 5s, 21 top 10s at a pole. I almost got to see him win with this race car at Chicagoland Speedway in summer of 2014. I was with my dad. He ran second. He was leading with 20 to go. Had to pit. Just didn't work out for him in the end. Finished second. Still a good one. So, yeah, this is definitely my favorite Nationwide scheme because just the blue, the white, and the red. I actually have a door. I have a door panel from this car in my room.
From that race?
Not from the Chicagoland race.
Okay.
It was from Darlington that year. But, yeah, it's still my all-time favorite Bane scheme, I'd say.
I like it. I like it a lot. You got the 164 of it as well.
Got the 164, and I got some Dasher Cash bucks that he got from, he won it twice that year. He got it in Iowa, and he actually got it at Chicagoland. So, didn't win the race, but $100,000, not terrible.
Hey, seems like the Midwest works out for him.
Midwest really did work out for him because Iowa was another good track for him. Got a win at Iowa. He's got a couple poles there, so Midwest treated him well.
Yeah, so hopefully something will open up for him soon. And
we can only hope at this point.
Exactly. It's all about the funding at this
All
point.
about funding at this point, yeah.
All right, so this week I got Martin Truex Jr.'s Coca-Cola 600 win from 2016.
Most dominating race I've ever seen
Exactly.
in NASCAR.
392 laps led.
Out of 400.
Out of 400 laps.
He probably led almost every lap under green. It was just those caution laps.
Yeah,
that probably got
it was
him
either
right there.
caution laps or him, coming down to pit under green. So,
Right.
And then he immediately took the lead after that. So,
That was the most dominating thing I've ever seen in my life.
absolute perfect race. I've never seen anyone dominate
the pit
that
crew
well.
execution to just Truex, that race car. Oh my God, it was fast.
In a 600-mile race, the longest race in
And
NASCAR.
he leads 392 laps. That's probably 593 miles or something like that.
Oh,
out
yeah.
of the 600.
And we know that win was the start of
That
his.
was the start of MTJ's domination.
Oh,
with
yeah.
Furniture Row.
And even with Joe Gibbs,
Yeah,
he's still
still-
looking amazing. Like,
still
he hasn't
going good.
skipped a beat at all.
Ever since that year, that championship year, he just was like, "Hey, we're a good team. I'm a good driver. We're gonna go kick some ass out here." So.
It's too bad that Furniture Row had to close down, but
Oh yeah, because that '78 car. Just look at that thing. Oof.
absolutely beautiful.
Sexy looking race car right
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Just the Bass Pro Shop. Bass Pro Shop on any car. The orange and the black. Oof.
It's amazing.
That's awesome. I
Like,
love it.
a lot of Tony Stewart's Bass Pro
Oh,
cars
yeah.
look good. Even, like, Austin Dillon's. I think I have one of Austin Dillon's
Yeah.
Bass Pro. Actually, Ty Dillon. I'm not a big Ty
Right.
or Austin Dillon fan, but I love that car.
Because Daniel Hemrick, his gold car is the Bass Pro. Is the Bass Pro car.
Yeah.
So the gold with the Bass Pro, gotta have it.
It works out perfectly.
Exactly.
So let's start getting into this. Let's talk about the All-Star race. What do you want to start off with?
I want to start off with the Open, and let me tell you, man, I was not happy.
Yeah?
My man Daniel Hemrick sits on the pole, had the fastest car. He was 3 freaking laps away from moving on to the All-Star race, and then some schmuck by the name of Christopher Buescher decides he wants to blow an engine. I mean, what the actual hell? How do you set up a car that's going to blow up in 17 laps? We are 3 laps away. Then he comes down. He doesn't pit, and he gets a terrible restart. And who won stage 1? William Byron goes on to win stage 1 of the Open. Hemrick finished like 6th. Hemrick's got a pit. It was just spiraling downhill from there. He was able to drive his way back up from 12th to about 4th. And then the other JTG Doherty driver by the name of Ryan Preece was a real dumbass. But because he was just blocking. He was blocking Hemrick like crazy. Hemrick would have these crazy runs, and here's Ryan Preece just blocking like crazy. And in the end, Hemrick was like, screw it, I'm just going to go for it. He got up in the wall, and then Ryan Preece spun him out. But actually, in the interview with Daniel Hemrick post-race, he said, I did that to myself because if I'm not finishing the race, my car's already torn up. Ain't no way in hell he's finishing the race. So
That's right.
I am still pissed off about that. He was 3 laps away, and these freaking lappers can't make it 3 more laps.
Yep.
Oh, it's frustrating.
I mean, like going back to the blocking, I mean, that's what you get with that kind of blocking. You're going to get taken out.
Right.
Because, this guy, he's also racing for $1 million. You got 2 rookies, 2, of the guys who are
2
going
of
to
the
be...
Rookie of the Year candidates right there.
Basically. And so, I don't know, it's good to see this kind of racing from these guys because it shows that,
they care.
they're not so conservative, I guess, with their racing, I guess.
Right.
They're really just trying to make moves
Right.
and make a name for themselves.
Right.
So I think it's all just hard racing, but I do agree with you.
Hard racing, but when you got the faster car, sometimes you just gotta move over. This is in stage 2. You still got another stage to go after that. So I don't know. That's just my opinion. But if you have the slower car and you're gonna hold it up like that, you gotta expect he's gonna make a move like that. And then for the way it happened. But whatever. Stage 2, the end of stage 2.
Yeah.
How about Darrell Wallace Jr.? Who
Running
the
it
hell
down.
saw that coming?
I did not at all, and he had a lot of speed coming into that race.
He really did. I
And-
mean, he drove that car up from 11th, and he did it again because my sister and her boyfriend are big Bubba Wallace fans, and he's sitting there in 12th in the beginning of stage 2, and they're just like, he had that one chance in stage 1, and it's over. And I was just like, you just wait. I bet you he'll be there. And then he gets a pit strategy to go his way. He stays out. And Bubba Wallace.
And he runs down Daniel Suarez for that win too.
Oh, that was a good finish. That was good hard racing right there. He even said, Suarez has got to know what's on the line right there.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And then at the beginning of the Open, Bubba was like, oh, no dams taken here, boys. We're just going to go for it. And he went for it. And
yes, he did.
It worked out for him. Got a little damage, but he sure got that.
And did you see his celebration coming into the All-Star race too?
Oh, yeah, when he stone-colded the Coca-Colas. Oh, that was awesome.
That was so cool. And he deserves it too because we all know that he is a true wheelman.
He is a talented driver. He's just got poor equipment.
Yes, but... See, he can prove what he can do in that poor equipment.
So hopefully that gets him somewhere where he can actually settle down and be able to run competitive because
I hope so.
Hopefully this is just a shot in the arm for them.
Yeah. And I hope the rumors are not true about Petty Motorsports.
Honda, and then I'm hearing Honda, and then they want to align it with...
What, Petty?
Yeah.
Wants to align with Honda?
Yeah.
Yikes.
I heard a rumor about that, and Andretti wanted to join on with them. It was going to be Petty Andretti Motorsports, and then they're going to bring Honda with them. Just a rumor that I read, but
yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, that'd be cool for Andretti and Petty to get together because they're both the biggest racing legends in motorsports history.
Right.
But the fact that Honda is coming on, all rumors.
All rumors, nothing's true here.
If this is true and we got Honda coming on, you're going to be pairing up a foreign car company with one of the biggest American sports legends in the world. So that doesn't make any sense because Petty's been running Ford, Dodge.
He's ran pretty much everything.
Yeah, he's pretty much ran everything besides a Toyota.
Right.
So that pretty much shows, he wants to stay with American.
Maybe that's just something they need to do, though. As an organization, they're definitely going down.
Oh, they're losing all their money.
They're definitely going down. So if something doesn't happen here, this rumor that I heard could really save them a little bit here.
Oh, yeah.
Try and bring something new on because, as it looks now, they could be shutting down in the next year or two if they don't change.
No, they definitely will not stick around the next few years because sponsors will know that they're losing.
How crazy is that the 43 car could possibly be out of racing?
That's just, one of the saddest things I have honestly ever heard. So I guess for the fact that, rumors, Andretti wanting to come on, it's a big help for the sport. It really is. I don't like the fact that Honda's going to be joining, but it's going to be really helping them. If it's true. These are all rumors.
Nothing set in stone here, so.
Exactly.
But good run for Bubba. He needed that. He really needed that. Hopefully this is a shot in the arm for that team, and we can maybe start seeing them get some top 20s up to top 15s and go from there.
And then Kyle Miata Larson.
Oh my God, Jesus, what a run!
He had an amazing day, and
That
even
was-
with that tire rub that he came with, he still dominated.
Oh, he dominated that 10-lap shootout.
Yes, he did.
Like that was awesome.
And then going into the All-Star race, we had Clint Boyer lead the field of green, but it didn't take long.
Didn't take long. It's Kevin Harvick.
Yep,
Happy Harv.
that pink machine coming to the front.
The Yeetmobile gets to the front in a heartbeat.
And then we had, with 23 to go in stage one, we had Blaney and Logano both race each other really hard, and they almost collect each
I
other.
did see that.
Yeah, so, hey, teammates, it doesn't matter with any of this. You're not
Got
racing for
$1
any
million
points.
on the line here.
Exactly.
You're gonna go hard.
No friends in this race.
And then 6 to go in stage one. Kyle Busch is in the lead. Boring. Eric Jones cuts a tire, and he left debris on the track, and the caution comes out. Eric Jones.
Yeah, he's still still not looking good for him with Joe Gibbs Racing.
It's really not.
So I feel like this could be the year, like where he might, see the boot.
'Cause there's a man by the name of Christopher Bale that wants Cup ride.
Oh, and he's hungry for it too. You know it.
Oh yeah, so we get a restart with 2 to go in stage one, and Kyle Busch Candyman gets on and he does it
Yes, he does.
with that blue looking hazelnut car.
I thought that was weird.
That's an interesting car. Did
Yeah.
you see Kyle Busch's comments on that car though?
I have not. No.
About if you watch the Radioactive, be like, this car drives like a piece of and everything like that. Like, I can't even drive in race car. It drives like a piece of. It was, oh my God.
Yeah, I haven't.
Just a typical Kyle Busch.
I haven't watched Radioactive.
I feel bad for his team, man. I feel bad for whoever has to listen to that headset.
Oh yeah, Adam Stevens. He's got to go to therapy like every Monday. He's got to talk about.
Kyle Busch should be hating on his guys 99% of the race, and then when they win, they're like, "Oh hell yeah, guys!
You guys are the best.
Yeah, you guys are the best. Thanks for this awesome race car." And like 20 laps sooner, he's like, "This car drives like a piece of."
Yep.
That's Kyle Busch for you.
The dude's got a lot of mood swings, so he needs to figure that out, find out whether he has a good team or a bad team. I think he has a good team, but,
he's got a great team.
Oh, he has the best team in NASCAR.
He's got the best pit crew. He's got one of the best crew chiefs up on top of the box. Like, come on, man.
I mean, do you remember that one race, I think it was last year, 2 years ago, when Kyle Busch and Suarez swapped pit crews, and then Kyle Busch had like one of the worst races of his career, all because of the pit crew?
Right.
That just goes to show that, dude, chill.
You have a good
You
team.
have a good team. They're building
just-
the best race cars out there. You guys are always contending. Either one of those 4 cars are always contending for a win.
I just feel like Kyle Busch can like finish second, and then he'll just be like, "Car was terrible. Didn't drive good. I didn't drive good. Team was all right. Pit stops were meh." Got to thank everybody back at the shop, though.
Yeah.
Just a typical NASCAR interview.
But then if you get someone like Bubba or Daniel Hemrick that
And they're
gets
just
in the
like,
second, they're like,
oh man,
that's the best race car I ever
I've
had.
ever had. Like, right? Oh.
Like, they're so happy they got that second place finish. But like, you get someone like Kyle Busch.
You get even like a Harvick, a Kyle Busch. All the top guys,
Yeah.
they're gonna finish second. They're not gonna be happy with it.
Oh yeah.
Kyle Busch, one of the greatest I've ever seen, but you can cry, baby, man.
Oh yeah, big time. He does not take losses.
Like
Good.
put this guy in like a BJ McLeod racing car, and then
Oh my God.
I want to hear that radio.
Exactly.
he'll be grateful for what he's in after that.
Right.
Oh, man. All right, so here we go into stage 2. Newman slides across the front stretch grass, no problem, and easily gets back on the track.
Hey, I
That's
love it.
AstroTurf for you, man.
That,
Every track I think needs to have that.
I mean, you look at last week when we were at Kansas, or 2 weeks ago, I'm sorry, when we were
Yeah.
at Kansas, and we had Natalie Decker go into the infield grass. Was that
That was
Kansas?
Decker.
Yeah, that was Kansas and Decker. And her whole car just blew up when she went into it. Like, that
Right.
isn't good for the sport because all you're doing is just
Wasting
sliding
money.
into grass.
And then you're tearing up.
Yeah, it's like a snowplow.
Like I wonder how much it is to build a truck or even build a race car.
Hundreds of
The
thousands.
of dollars.
So literally just one small move and you ruin. I mean, anything, any
Tear
small
it
move
up.
in NASCAR, you can tear it up. But and
But
you go into the grass and you just destroy the whole car from, just nothing.
right, so yeah, I definitely think all tracks need to consider some AstroTurf.
And I didn't even know that Charlotte added this AstroTurf, and I saw Newman slide across, and I was like, what is going on right now? So I thought that was really cool, and I agree with Larry McReynolds. Like, just make every track AstroTurf.
AstroTurf, it needs to happen.
Because it's not fun. Like, who was it that destroyed their car during their little victory lap? I think it was Matt Kenseth. I don't remember what track, but he was going into the infield grass or the front stretch grass and just tore it up, destroyed his entire car, like diving right into the grass.
Right.
They definitely need to make a change because hundreds of thousands of dollars, instead of paying for the cars for that, let's pay for that to be AstroTurf.
Exactly. So, and then along with that, Kevin Harvick, the Yeetmobile goes on, the Millennial car goes on to win stage 2.
Yes, he does, even though these stages don't mean anything.
They don't mean jack.
So just a little bit of motivation for Kevin Harvick, and then with 17 to go in stage 3, we had Kyle Busch getting into Austin Dillon after coming down onto turn 3. Dillon gets into Jones, they get together, and Jones hits the wall.
Caution out.
More problems for Eric Jones, but that wasn't his fault.
That one actually wasn't his fault.
No, for once it wasn't his fault. He was just wrong place, wrong time.
And then 2018 champion Joey Logano goes on to win stage 3.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I mean, the dude can drive the wheels off that 22 Shellmobile. So
he definitely can.
I was really thinking that after that stage win, that he was going to win the All-Star race.
But then here we go. Final stage. 4 wide on the front stretch. Truex, Bowman, Johnson, Hamlin all go for it. And Truex pays with the Tyro. That's not what I really want to talk about. I want to talk about Kyle Larson. That 3 wide move.
Yes.
And then the push
How many?
from Harvick.
I'm sorry, there was like probably 3 or 4 3-wide moves that he made throughout that.
to get up there. And then that last one was just, oh my God, he just split the middle.
He did.
He split the middle. He didn't get wrecked. Harvick gave him a huge push. And Kyle Larson's gone. I mean, you didn't really check out because coming all the way down to the checkers and everything, how Harvick was all over him.
Yep.
So maybe another lap or so, Harvick might win that race because he was right there.
Exactly, but Kyle
Larson showing what Kyle Larson can do with a race car.
Exactly. It's been way too long.
Way too long. I really hope this is the shot in the arm that they need because Kyle Larson is way too talented of a race car driver.
He's a winner.
To not be winning races.
Exactly.
I know he does it to himself sometimes, but maybe this is it. Charlotte's a good track for him because he can ride that top lane.
Exactly.
But he got these moves done right in the middle because he made that 3-wide move. He split the middle. He's gone.
Chip Ganassi had to be freaking out, jumping up and down. He was ready to smack Kyle Larson.
Smack him in the head again like he did before. Choke him out, whatever you got to do. Oh, that had to feel good right there.
Oh, yeah. $1 million Kyle Larson. They had to give him some good motivation to finally go and win some point-paying races.
Was that a point-paying race?
It was not.
It was not a point-paying
No,
race.
All-Star race does not pay any points.
I was about to say, yeah. Because he came on the radio. He's like, tell me that race gets us into the playoffs. And they're like, nah, man, it doesn't. And he's like, come on. I was really hoping to get some points out of this. Like, yeah, bud, just got the $1 million. She's like, yeah.
I mean,
dang.
That
$1
sucks.
$1 million.
Yeah. I mean, oh no, I won $1 million. But that'll give him some motivation to get some wins. Maybe he can put himself into the playoffs this year.
Absolutely.
And because he is definitely someone. In a year or two, I can see him being in the Final 4.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because he's got so much talent.
He should have been in there. What was it? 2 years ago when he had the worst luck and he blew the engine at Kansas in the round of 8 and everything. And that sucked, man, because Kyle Larson, that was the year where he got
was
wins.
hot that year.
He was super hot. He was winning a lot of races
that
year.
Those 2-mile tracks were...
That's Kyle Larson's playground. Yeah. Like, we talk about Phoenix being Kevin Harvick's playground and everything. Every driver feels like they have a playground of a racetrack.
Yeah.
Michigan and Auto Club Speedway. You got to circle Kyle Larson's name at the top of the list.
And that's weird to see from a dirt track guy. You would think he'd be more with the short tracks, but hey.
Right in the top lane around there, man. Kyle Larson is, just to be driving a race car at 185 miles an hour, right in the top knowing that just a little fragment of a mistake and you're plowing that wall.
I get scared doing that when I'm playing
Yeah,
NASCAR
right?
Heat.
Yeah,
So
right.
I don't know how these guys can do it when they're in a real
And then
life
here
race
they
car.
are just like it's nothing to them.
Yeah, because they've been doing it
They literally
3/4 of their
yeah,
lives.
Right,
Ever
right,
since they were
exactly.
2 years old, they started racing.
But coming also from that All-Star race, Clint Boyer versus Ryan Newman.
Hey, did you see Tony Stewart's comments? Take
Yeah,
off the helmet.
Take off the helmet if you're gonna do it.
Yeah. I mean, I think that was smart by Boyer. Keep
yeah.
the helmet on. You don't get any blows from his crew team. So
Right. That
just
was
goes right in. Rock'em sock'ems over
not
to
the
Ryan
first
Newman.
time we seen Clint Boyer get out of his car and go run after somebody.
Yeah, when Boyer starts running, hit the deck.
Hit the deck, 'cause I think the last time he did that was Jeff Gordon.
That was at Phoenix. Yeah.
That was totally uncalled for. I was hoping Jeff Gordon was going to get his ass beat.
Oh my God.
He
It
ran
was-
into the hauler, and then the security guard had to push Boyer back, and Boyer was just like, let me get out. Oh, Clint Boyer would have beat some ass.
I love Boyer. He just has so much fire, and he just loves the sport so
He
much.
just does not. Oh, he's going to do what he's got to do. And what came from that, Clint Boyer and Ryan Newman, after doing an autograph session together, they had separate tables set for him, but then Clint Boyer grabbed his hero cards, and Ryan Newman was just like, come here, bud. Like, they're just like all good and everything.
Yeah.
Like, come Sunday, they might not be all good.
So much tension right there. Like I saw the post my cousin sent to me off Facebook or whatever, and all I saw was Ryan Newman and Clint Boyer set to do autograph session. It was like a week ago, a week
Right.
before any of this. I was like, how funny is that?
And that's just how they had to do it together.
Yeah.
Because you had 3 other drivers do it in the morning. Like, maybe they would have switched it around. But nah, just these 2 together. And Ryan Newman, come here, bud.
Yeah.
And they sit together and they signed some autographs. And the guy took a picture with them with his fist out.
Yep. So, and it's all good and fun, but when you get back on the racetrack, it's
they
gonna be.
they put their pretty faces on for their PR, right?
Yes, they do. But when
they get on that racetrack, I guarantee you something's going to happen.
Oh yeah, they're either not. If it's not this week, next week,
That's
or
it.
sometime this season.
Sometime this season, he's going to get some redemption.
Because whoever it is that looks for that redemption, Boyer or Newman,
Going to be.
I think.
Well, I think this has got to be Clint Boyer getting some redemption.
Oh,
Ryan
yeah.
Newman's the one that put him in the wall.
Yeah, Newman's the one that screwed up his race.
Right.
So and
I
wrecked
liked
him
Boyer's
again.
comments like Boyer when he was yelling at, he's like, "You're a lap car every single fucking week, man." And then Newman's like, "I was on the lead lap, you dump." Oh man.
And wasn't Newman? You said they learn how to race
Yeah,
or
like,
something.
learn how to drive.
Learn how to race.
What?
What are you talking
How
about?
do you learn how to race, man? You're in the goddamn 6 car,
Yeah.
for Christ's sake.
So I just love the fire from these two. It's always good to see these guys all riled up.
Oh,
and-
yeah, it's
because
You gotta love it in the sport of racing.
Like
two
Noah
guys
Gregg-
pissed off at each other.
like Noah Gregson says, you don't want to see any vanilla.
Right, you want to see some fire.
Exactly. You want to see some spicy ice cream.
That's why I love. That's why I love NASCAR, man. Because just these guys just get pissed off at each other and nobody cares.
Yeah, no fines at all. Like you see something like, a fight in the
A
MLB,
baseball
someone
fight,
charges the
someone's getting
mound.
fined and suspended. Like, nah, we're real men.
Yeah.
Here, man. Like.
We take care of things with our
With our
fists.
fists. That's like hockey as well, but hockey's still got some fines.
Oh, yeah,
that come
you
with
get the
that.
5-minute penalty.
So
I mean,
that's why.
if you don't knock the guy unconscious in hockey, you're fine.
But in NASCAR, who the hell
Yeah,
cares?
exactly.
You're
As
gonna
long as you
settle it
don't
with
put
your
the guy in the
fists.
hospital.
You're gonna settle it with your fists, and that's gonna be that.
Exactly. So,
Moving on, 600 weekend.
yes. Let's
William
talk about it.
Byron wins the pole for the Coke 600. Thought it was gonna be Hemrick because Hemrick was fastest in first practice.
Yep.
Hemrick qualified 10th, but William Byron,
Fast
youngest
as hell.
pole winner for the race.
I love that paint scheme he's got. The
Right.
red, white, and blue Liberty paint
I
scheme.
don't like Alex Bowman's comments on that because Alex Bowman qualified 13th, and he was like, "Yeah, that's good enough for the organization, but at the end of the day, I'm not here to qualify. I'm here to race." So
Right.
It's kind of like he didn't really care that Hendrick cars were up front, but I'm sure he cared. But he's like,
He's more worried about
he's
the
more
race.
worried about winning races. So that's why I think Alex Bowman's going to win the race.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, you see what he did last week.
I wonder if he's going to keep the second places going up here, man.
That'd be
that'd
great.
be funny to see.
I'm surprised he didn't come in second in the
The
voting.
All-Star race.
In the voting.
Oh, in the voting.
Yeah.
He won the won the fan vote.
He did.
Right? He won the fan vote, but I'm sure he was pissed off because of that. Because
Oh,
he's like,
yeah.
we want to race our way in. We want to do it old fashioned. We don't want this, but he did not finish second in the All-Star race, so at least he's got that to hang his head up high on.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he doesn't have to think about that forever.
I'm gonna laugh if he's leading on the last lap of the 600, gets loose, and then someone drives past him when he finishes second again.
Right on the last
Alex Bowman
turn.
might retire.
Yeah, right. So we got some new inductees for the NASCAR 2020 Hall of Fame. We got Tony Stewart, Buddy Baker, owner Joe Gibbs, Bobby Labonte, and Waddle Wilson.
Bobby Labonte was kind of a shocker to me. Like, he had a
Yeah.
good career, but it was kind of like it wasn't.
It was kind of like a Dale Jr.
Hey,
career.
I'm so happy Labonte's in though.
Oh, yeah.
Because 2011 Daytona 500, he pushes a kid from Knoxville, Tennessee to the finish. Ooh, and that,
So lots of
I
love
owe
for
I owe
Labonte.
my life to Bobby Labonte.
There you go.
I owe my racing passion to Bobby Labonte for pushing Bane to the 500. Oh, man.
And he comes from a legendary family. You know, he's got his brother Terry. You know, he was one of the greats.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Bobby, you know, he got it done all the time with that interstate battery car. You know.
Oh, yeah.
And then Kyle Busch had to ruin that car for me, but, you know.
That's Kyle Busch for you.
But good for Bobby. Tony Stewart, you know, that's
dude, that was
well deserved.
That had to. I wish that wasn't. Was it unanimous? It should have been.
Oh yeah. I mean,
it was like Jeff Gordon. That had to be unanimous.
It should have been first year out for Tony Stewart, but you know, there was other people in front of him that deserved it a lot more,
Right.
and then you know, someone that comes out for like first year Hall of Fame that strikes my mind would be someone like Jimmy Johnson,
Oh, he's got
Kyle
to.
Busch.
Oh, Jimmy Johnson and Kyle Busch definitely have got to be first ballot Hall.
Oh,
of Famers
yeah.
right there because Jimmy Johnson 7 championships. Kyle Busch just all the freaking wins he's got in the sport,
200 plus.
and he's got his title from his comeback season.
Mhm.
That was insane. But yeah, good for these guys. You know, Joe Gibbs, former Washington Redskins coach, Joe Gibbs has a great organization, great drivers.
4 of the best cars in
Four of the
NASCAR.
best cars in NASCAR. Even his Xfinity program, his late model program,
ARCA program.
his ARCA program. He's pretty set.
Oh yeah. I mean, the only thing he needs to kind of get together is just Riley Herbst,
Right.
because that boy, he's
Up and coming, man.
yeah, but I think his last ARCA win was 2 years ago at Pocono.
I think so.
So he needs to really step. He was close last night.
Yeah. Let's get into that ARCA race
Yeah, that
real
sounds
quick.
good.
Michael Self, man. I really thought he was going to do it.
He was running the tail off of that car, and even when it was smoking, he was having that oil drip problem. He
still
once he
going.
got that car up to full speed, smoke was
I
clear.
follow him on Twitter, and I can just see his PR rep with his with the dog and the fire in the room. Like,
Yeah.
this is fine. Like,
Yeah,
Man, the other man's had some bad luck.
yeah, and
But he
then
still finished 5th in the race. So.
and, you know, close to the end of the race.
But who really deserved that was Ty Majeski.
Yeah,
Coming off his worst year of his racing career last year in that 60 car. Because everybody who drove that 60 car had bad luck.
Yep.
Everybody knew that. But for him to win his first ARCA race of his career, yeah, that's good. He needed that. He really needed that after what happened to him last year.
Oh yeah, definitely, and it's good to see a guy come from iRacing. You know, he got his start with all these simulators.
That's crazy. Like, how you just going from practically computer racing
Yep.
to the real deal. That's how William Byron got his career started off. Ty Majeski.
We're gonna see a lot of these younger kids just come up from video games. Really,
You know what? That's gonna piss off a lot of the old folks.
yes, it will. But hey,
You gotta-
that's the future.
If that's what it's calling for nowadays, like I can tell you right now, Tony Stewart's probably gonna be fuming over that.
Mm-hmm.
Cause he made the comment about the rich boys' daddies a
Yeah.
couple weeks back. Tony Stewart's not gonna be happy with that. He's really the one that stands out, and then maybe I don't know who else, but maybe a couple owners are just like, yeah. But
Right. But some people
they're gonna
like
bring the fun into my team. I want you in a car, but like my man Tommy Joe Martin said last week with Decker, there are race car drivers and people that drive race cars, and I think a lot of these young guns are just people that drive race cars.
That's very true. And I just want to go back towards the end of that race. Michael Self, you know, he was in the lead for that race.
Yeah.
Coming down, you know, everyone's going to go down pit road. Doesn't look like it. He just keeps going, and then everyone behind him takes pit road.
And then that's what happens.
Yep.
Like, if he came Nobody else is coming.
Yep.
If he doesn't come, everybody's coming.
So that restart, you know, he just fell back. Here comes Ty to take his first ARCA win.
Yeah, it sucks for Self, but
you know,
got a fast car, got a fast team.
Exactly. And we know Self is one of the best in ARCA. He's always contending for a win. He's won Daytona. He's won Chicagoland.
Oh yeah.
He can conquer any racetrack that he goes to. He really is like one of the best of the best.
Absolutely.
In ARCA. And I think Venturini Motorsports has
the best ARCA team.
Yes, the best ARCA team. They have the best race car drivers, the best race cars. Like
That's crazy.
Are stepping up.
When you think about ARCA, so first in practice going to be running like a 30 flat, and then like sixth place is running like 0.7 of a second off.
Yeah.
Like that's just crazy. There's really only like 10 competitive cars in ARCA.
I was looking at there were probably only 7 competitive
cars.
Yeah. Because I looked at it
it's just
and
the
top
the
7
models of those cars that some of them use. Like some of them are using really old ones, and some of them are using like some newer style cars.
Yeah.
Like, some of them look like some old Gen 6 cars.
Exactly.
Like the Cup guys using like 2013.
Yeah, they're using.
But then you got like Wayne Peterson Racing's using like maybe like a 2009 Nationwide Series car. Like it's not gonna run good.
No, not at all. They're just running these old chassis, and I think it was this year or last year they stopped letting them use like cars that were made like before 2006.
Like that's just. You're not gonna get competitive racing.
No, not at all.
You get lappers on like lap 4 of an ARCA race.
Right. So I
and
remember
you get, like half the field.
Yeah. Half
the field's in a starting park position right there, pretty much.
Right.
Like, you don't have competitive cars there. But then, if you're if you're with the Venturini Motorsports, you better take advantage of it.
Oh yeah, and I remember at Road America 2 years ago. Cole Custer was running that ARCA race, and he was running like one of the older model cars, and I was really confused on why. You know, Cole Custer, he's like a star in the Xfinity series. Right. He's running one of these old rundown cars, but you know.
Hey, Trevor Bay in 2015 won at Pocono in the ARCA series in one of those old style cars. It was I think it's a 22 car. It was a really weird looking car.
Right.
They still had Advocare as the sponsor, but it was like a yellow and blue race car. It was kind of ugly, but hey, that car was in victory lane, so...
You got to save some money somehow, but it works out.
When, because that car he won the pole for that race. I think he won the pole by almost like half a second, so that car just took off from the start and everything. Like, he got shuffled back on a restart, restarted 5th. He took him like 3 wide. And, yeah, just some of the older style cars in ARCA series, you're just not getting good racing out of it.
No, not at all.
Like you said, 7 cars or maybe.
Yeah. That's what I saw in the standings. That was in, like, the 100-point difference. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Like I saw 10th place was, like, 763 points off. Like, how... There is no competition there
it's
at
really
all.
Not. Like, if... it's really going to be Christian Eckes versus Michael Self. Those are the only 2 that I see standing out. Maybe, like, a Chandler Smith, but...
Right.
Oh, man.
No, you know... You don't see these guys like Thad Moffitt. Like, there's so much talk about him, but he's
running
never...
like 10th.
Yeah.
Like 10th in the ARCA series is not good.
For a petty sanctioned team. So, you know that they're having a lot of problems if they can't even perform in the ARCA series.
Man. Like, 10th place in the ARCA series is not impressive.
Not at all.
That's why... Yeah, I'm not going to get into depth. But I won't roast her this week. But,
but congrats to Ty Majeski winning your first career win. And so let's get into the Xfinity Series. 2 weeks off.
Tyler Reddick fastest in both practices. How about Landon Castle in practice yesterday? He was 9th in practice in Morgan Shepherd's car.
Yeah.
Like, Morgan Shepherd's car is a starting park, but just to put that 9th in practice and see that 89 car up there, wow.
Let's see what that car can do.
Yeah, okay. Because then he wasn't even close in 10-lap averages.
Right.
He put up 1 fast lap. That's still crazy to see, though. A Morgan Shepherd car, wow. Because Morgan's he's gonna race the car, but Landon's gonna practice and qualify it. But that's crazy, man.
Still don't understand starting parks, but
there's no point. Like, I get it. Like, for a guy like Morgan Shepherd, like, how cares? Like,
yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna race with the big boys for a little bit. Like, that's so cool and everything. But I don't want to race. Okay, so practice. I'm trying to scroll through this practice. Looks like we got Austin Dillon in this race in the 10 car for College Racing.
That's right.
That's really it.
All right, so it'll
We
be
got one cup driver in there. I mean, you got Landon Castle, but he's not racing the car. He's only practicing qualifying.
right.
But shocker, Tyler Reddick first. Just give me a guess of who you think was second in practice.
Tyler Reddick?
No, who was second?
Oh, second. I thought you said second practice. Okay. Let me guess. Christopher Bell.
That is correct. And then Justin Haley was third.
Oh,
Cole
wow.
Custer was fifth. I love Cole Custer with his Cole Custer.
Oh, yeah. You know, he's
trying to take off a Barstool. That's awesome because I think Barstool's getting really big into NASCAR
Oh,
now.
yeah.
Dave Portnoy did a pizza review with Dale Jr. not too long ago.
Yeah, he did a pizza review with Kyle Busch, Chase Elliott.
He did it with Austin Dillon. He did it with
Hamlin?
Yeah. After he won the 500 because that was Portnoy's first NASCAR race.
Yeah, that's right.
So yeah, to be doing that, that's awesome.
That'd be cool. And like, I just love that Barstool is getting more into NASCAR because fans are declining, and I feel like this is the perfect opportunity to get more people, especially people that are like, you know, our age, into NASCAR, because there's a lot of people that are our age that hate it.
Right.
That don't understand it. They just say, oh, they're just turning left. So hopefully this will put more thought into what it actually is.
Right. But just looking through here, yeah, Ryan Sieg was 10th in the last practice.
Mm-hmm.
He's having a good year. The junior motorsports cars were pretty good. You got Gregson in 6th, Allgaier 7th. Where's the last guy? Jed Burton was 13th. Michael Nett was 15th. Michael Nett doesn't seem to practice the car very well, but he seems to always show up in races.
Oh, yeah. Especially this year.
This year, like, he's showing up. He's got top 10s. He's got let's see. Let's look up Michael Nett really quick. Let's get some stats on him. Michael Nett has got, they're not going to show. They're not just going to give me the stats. So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's got 5 top 10s this year out of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So he's batting 500 here.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah.
Good for him.
So yeah, but definitely moving on in the Xfinity Series, it's gonna be Reddick versus Bell, I think. That's gonna take this checkered flag.
Do you think there's going to be possibly any surprise first-time winners?
A surprise first-time winner. I want a dark horse of like a Justin Haley or something like that, because he's been outperforming that college car a little bit.
Oh,
this
yeah.
year. College actually not a bad team this year.
No, they're doing a lot better than when Ryan Truex.
You got Ross Chastain driving that car. You got Austin Dillon drives the car.
Elliott Sadler came in for a race.
Drove the race car. So you got some good guys coming in there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so.
I mean, they're doing a lot better than what they had before with Ryan Truex.
Yeah, Ryan Truex kind of blew that opportunity.
Yeah, I mean,
good for him. He got a junior motorsports ride. But
oh, yeah.
He had a full-time opportunity, and he didn't really.
I mean, he looked really good when he was with Hattori Racing in the Truck Series. I mean, what was that, at Phoenix 2 years ago? He was making that 3-wide move.
Oh, yeah.
It looked like he was going to have that race, man. Like, he is definitely a wheelman, but I don't think he's coming into the teams at the right time.
Right.
Or he just doesn't have the same chemistry.
All right, so let's get a Coke 600 preview here really quick. My shot to win for that race is, I gotta think of Kyle Busch. Gotta think of a Harvick. I want to say Kyle Larson.
You think he's going to
I think
do
he's
it?
got some momentum from that All-Star race.
Why not continue the wins at Charlotte?
Continue it. So let's get a little preview. We got a 600-mile race, longest race of the year for the Cup guys. Stages are pretty simple. You got 4 stages of 100 laps. So yeah, hopefully that 42 car can show him what he got.
Yeah, I really think that he can because, you know, he got that win last week. He's got that momentum still.
Right.
So why not, you know, just keep using that.
Keep it going.
Yeah, and then
we got those Tony Stewart tribute cars are.
Oh, they're awesome. It goes to every year that he's won the championship.
Man, that's so cool.
Like to the Home Depot paint schemes, to his Office Depot.
Oh, that's just so cool.
I think it's one of the coolest tributes.
They all look awesome.
Oh yeah.
Like they all actually work.
I'm just wondering how Eris, they got the legal. Oh no, I'm not Eris. Is it Eris? Yeah, that is on Suarez's car.
Uh-huh.
How they were able to kind of copy the Home Depot logo.
They probably paid some big bucks.
Yeah, big money.
Did Almirola get one?
Almirola has one.
Does he have a
Boyer has one, and
Who's the one?
Suarez has one.
Harvick's probably gonna have a Busch car.
Yeah, always going to be a throwback Bush scheme.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking either that. There's some rumors that he might do a tribute to his rookie car when he
Okay.
came with RCR.
Oh, okay.
So that's one, and yeah, they haven't announced anything about him yet.
All right.
Yeah.
I think that's all we got today.
Yeah, it's a pretty good show, and I hope everyone enjoys watching the Coca-Cola 600 and the Xfinity race. I know we'll be doing the same this weekend,
yeah.
and happy Memorial Day to everyone. Thanks to our veterans for serving, and hope everyone has a great day. Thanks for listening. Oh, and if you're wondering, our camera batteries are not working
We
today,
got audio.
so that's why you are not seeing us today.
So when I was going off about the Open, you're not gonna get to see me pounding my fist like last week with the old Kyle Busch situation.
Yeah, but you'll see it next week.
You'll see it next week. I'm sure I'll have something to rant about.
Oh yeah. Thanks a lot for watching, everyone.